These are the most powerful armies in the world. United States. Picture a force that can show up fast, almost anywhere. Huge spending, 13,000 plus aircraft, stealth jets like F-22 and F-35, and 11 nuclear carriers. Tanks like the M1 Abrams, HIMARS rockets, and drones like the MQ-9 help on land and in the sky. With 750 plus overseas bases, the US tops this list. Next is Russia. Nukes sit at the center of the plan here, with estimates around 5,500, 5,900 warheads and a full land-air-sea setup to launch them. Even after heavy losses in Ukraine, it still keeps a massive tank pool and keeps updating older models. Add Su-35 and Su-57 fighters, plus cruise missiles and subs, and it stays dangerous. China. When it comes to China's forces, speed is the edge. Big budgets, constant upgrades, and always some new system rolling out. In 2019, it put futuristic weapons on display, including a long-range missile said to reach about 14,500 kilometers. Later came hypersonic tests, stealth jets like the J-20, and a navy often called the biggest by ship count, India. This one runs on scale and range. Manpower is massive in many estimates, and it keeps a nuclear triad so it can strike from land, air, or sea if needed. You see 2,000 plus aircraft in some counts, plus missiles like Agni 5 and BrahMos. It's also building more at home like Tejas fighters while pushing its navy outward. South Korea. A neighbor like North Korea keeps you sharp, so upgrades never really stop. The K2 Black Panther tank shows the level of tech, and F-35 jets add bite in the air. Sources also point to heavy artillery strength, strong missile focus, and a huge reserve force. Cyber defense keeps growing too. United Kingdom. It's not about having the biggest numbers, it's about having the right tools ready. 2 aircraft carriers give it mobile air power at sea, while Trident missiles on Vanguard submarines keep the nuclear deterrent alive. In the air, you get F-35B and Typhoon jets. New plans lean into drones, AI, and long-range weapons. France. France keeps things high quality, ready to move. Rafale jets handle a lot of roles, and the carrier Charles de Gaulle gives a strong naval punch. Nuclear ballistic submarines add a serious warning label. It also keeps overseas bases, so it is not stuck operating only near Europe. Modern programs like Scorpion help push upgrades. Japan. Japan is built like a shield. That learned to fight smart. No nukes, but it stacks strong missile defense, Aegis-equipped destroyers, and modern fighters like the F-35. Ground forces use Type 10 tanks and fast Type 16 vehicles made for island defense. Even with limited overseas bases noted in sources, the US partnership adds depth. Italy. Italy comes in with a modern NATO-style setup, especially at sea. The Air Force flies F-35s and Eurofighter Typhoons, while the ground side leans on Ariete tanks and Centauro 2 vehicles. The Navy is a standout, built for long missions across the Mediterranean. Sources also mention NATO nuclear sharing with the US. Germany. Germany shows up more on the money side here, listed among the biggest spenders at about $88.5 billion. The sources frame this as a post-Ukraine shift, tied to NATO needs and a push to modernize. It's less flashy parade gear, more serious rebuild, air defense, armored upgrades, and industry support that can scale. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia spends hard and fast, with sources listing around $80 billion and one of the highest GDP shares, around 7%. A lot of those points toward air defense, drones, and major partnerships, plus plans to build more capability at home. It may not top the power index list shown, but the spending buys real strength. Pakistan. It appears here mainly as India's nuclear neighbor and longtime rival, which explains a lot of India's posture. When both sides have nukes, the planning never really ends. Missile upgrades, border readiness, and constant drills become routine. It's less about one big moment and more about staying prepared every day. Ukraine. Years of conflict have reshaped this military into a highly experienced fighting force. Massive wartime spending supports drones, artillery, and modern Western equipment. Frontline experience with missile defense, electronic warfare, and drone combat has pushed rapid innovation, while international aid strengthens its operational capabilities.